often disappointing.
Welcome back to ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy. This past weekend was the D23 Expo where Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars made some huge announcements and dropped some incredible trailers. We got so many things we wanted to see. We got the lineup of the new Fantastic Four movie, a complete Phase 6 announcement, Henry Cavill's Wonder Man.
I don't remember that.
Not now, Doug. Deadpool took the stage, mutants in the MCU.
They said that?
Not now, Doug. Shh. Spider-Man 4 starring Tobey Maguire with Dylan Baker as the Lizard.
Person?
Not now, Doug. Stop it. Hugh Jackman's back as a multiverse Wolverine.
Person?
Jason Isaacs as Dr. Doom. Squirrel Girl.
Person?
Doug, what? What is it you want?
They didn't announce any of that stuff.
They didn't?
No, they showed a crowd a bunch of footage, and the Thunderbolts is gonna have like 5 super soldiers in it with no Zemo.
No Zemo?
No Zemo.
Oh wait, that's right. Those weren't the D23 announcements. Those were the announcements of my dreams on the eve of D23 that now mock my waking eyes. So let's do a rundown of everything they did announce at D23, but also let's go through everything that they did not announce. Projects that were rumored and we think that we're going to get very soon. So here's just a quick recap of what they did announce. Armor Wars is definitely happening.
Boom. You looking for this?
Now, look, I was kind of worried about this show when they didn't talk about it at San Diego Comic-Con. After all, they did announce it at D23 in 2020. But it got a more formal announcement this year when they said it's going to act as a sequel to Secret Invasion. Don Cheadle is set to lead, having his character Rhodey continue his arc from where he leaves off in Secret Invasion. Speaking of which, we got the first trailer for Secret Invasion, which is set to premiere in early 2023. It's a paranoid thriller, which follows where we left off with Nick Fury in Spider-Man Far From Home. And in this trailer, we learn that the Skrulls have infiltrated Earth.
You gotta tell me.
Now, we have a whole trailer breakdown for it, which you should really check out. In that breakdown, we look real hard at characters who might be Skrulls, including Rhodey, so you don't want to miss out. There was also a trailer for the 2022 Halloween special, Werewolf by Night. And I gotta say, it looks frickin' cool.
Good luck.
I really hope they stick to this B-movie horror aesthetic all throughout the special. Hopefully, this will encourage a lot of creators at Marvel to get more experimental with these projects. We also saw a lot of cast panels for projects coming in Phase 5. We were introduced to most of the cast for different shows, and they screened some footage for the crowd. We met the lineup of Loki Season 2, which has added Ki-Hu Kwan from Everything Everywhere All at Once, also leading to this adorable backstage reunion photo with him and Harrison Ford. Footage from the show Echo showed Kingpin wearing his eye patch after this happened.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye.
Meaning that the show is probably following the comic storyline of Echo blinding the Kingpin. And the Captain Marvel sequel, The Marvels, debuted a new clip where Monica Rambeau, Carol, and Kamala Khan all meet in her parents' house in Jersey City. Captain America New World Order is going to return Tim Blake Nelson as the leader to be their main villain, which I am very excited for. Also, there was some Ant-Man 3 footage that's a little too spoilery, so I'm not going to talk about it here, but it did involve Kang. Now, look, that is a lot, but like I said earlier, we had our expectations raised through the roof. Heck, we even did a whole video on projects they did not announce at San Diego Comic-Con, thinking that they'd be announced at D23. So now, let's do a rundown of everything that they did not announce at D23 2022. And by the way, if you would like to support our channel, please check out our new merch store at shopzeroedition.com, link in the description. We have ScreenCrush branded shirts, hats, sweatshirts. You can even own your very own ScreenCrush polo, just like mine. And every month we have a new limited release like this sweet original trilogy t-shirt. So please help support our channel by checking out the shop. Everything is high quality fabric, fits great, and hey, let us know what else you think we should be selling down in the comments.
Hey, why'd your hair get so long?
Sometimes my hair's long.
Okay then.
All right, back to D23. Did you think the event was a massive disappointment? Let me know down in the comments as we run through this list. First of all, we have been speculating for years on the lineup of the Thunderbolts. It's a team made up of morally gray heroes, a foil to the wholesome but now broken Avengers. We knew there would definitely be U.S. agent Yelena Belova, both recruited by Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
I'll be in touch.
Maybe you'd like a shot at the man responsible for your sister's death.
And we had a feeling we'd also get Taskmaster, Bucky, and Ghost in the squad as well. But what was out of left field was the Red Guardian. I mean, look, I'm not upset. I love David Harbour. He looks really happy he made it.
No, we're good. We'll make it.
Okay.
But when you look at this poster, I mean, it's great, but it has 2 glaring holes in it. 2 Baron Zemo and Abomination-sized holes in it. Zemo is like a must-have addition for this team. I mean, he was left alive in Falcon and the Winter Soldier for this reason. Bucky had spared him as part of his rehabilitation practices. So having Bucky on the Thunderbolts instead of Zemo seems a bit odd. Not only was Zemo a staple of the Thunderbolts in the comics, but his characterization in the MCU makes him a perfect leader for this ragtag group of morally dubious heroes.
The desire to become a superhuman cannot be separated from supremacist ideals.
Rich, calculating tactician, dead family. He's all you can want in the MCU's Batman. He has a deep distrust for superpowered people, especially those in positions of power. Look, I'm just saying, this man should have been the front guy for the Thunderbolts. No offense to Yelena Belova.
You really do believe that?
And what happened to Abomination? We saw She-Hulk get Emil Blonsky free from his prison sentence and thus be free to join in on the Thunderbolts fun. After all, the team does have similar origins to him.
Because they pumped me full of that super soldier serum.
But with the Abomination out of the roll call, this could be a tell that the Red Hulk is going to make an appearance in this movie, most probably as a villain. Also, when you look at this Thunderbolts lineup, you see one person with really useful superpowers, Ghost, and everybody else is either a super soldier or an assassin. This could be an indication the film is going to have a more grounded action movie type approach, but still, give me Abomination and Zemo. Now, I am bummed about the Thunderbolts lineup, but at least we got a Thunderbolts team confirmed. We still don't have confirmation on any of the missing projects from the Phase 6 timeline. We were, for instance, expecting an announcement on a Young Avengers movie. Again, we've made so many videos about this. Phase 6 is still a couple years away, but we already have these pieces of the Young Avengers scattered throughout the MCU. Kate Bishop was trained in Hawkeye. Riri Williams is training with Shuri in Wakanda. America Chavez was training in Sorcery in Multiverse of Madness. Tommy and Billy's Wiccan and Speed can be from a different universe or different versions of what we've already seen in Earth 616. White Vision's flying around who knows where, retained with his memories and ready to lead the group. Now, we're not surprised that Quantumania wasn't shown at the event, since Marvel doesn't really release movie trailers at D23. They also tend to not want to release a lot of movie trailers all at once. But we do know that Cassie Lang is older after the blip, and she's gearing up to be her superhero persona stature. We also had a glimpse of Elijah Bradley in Falcon the Winter Soldier, but most likely Captain America New World Order is going to be his origin story as the Patriot. In the comics, Eli got his powers when he received a blood transfusion from his grandfather Isaiah, who was already given the super soldier serum. His origin's actually like a little bit more complicated than that, but for the sake of this video, it was a blood transfusion. It was revealed the New World Order's villain is going to be the Leader, a character that we were introduced to in The Incredible Hulk. So maybe he'll have something to do with Eli getting his power, since he was responsible for the creation of the Abomination.
They pumped me full of that super soldier serum.
And we even already have Kamala Khan, who is slated to appear in the Marvels. We were certain that a Young Avengers movie would be announced for Phase 6, considering one of its members, Ms. Marvel, is officially confirmed as a mutant and would be instrumental in the team's dynamic in a world where the superpowered population is growing larger and larger. And speaking of mutants, aren't we still getting the mutants? This was a movie or series that Kevin Feige teased at the closing of San Diego Comic-Con.
There's no time left to talk about mutants.
So we were hoping for more information regarding if we'll see any of our classic mutants like 616 Professor X or Wolverine. In our previous videos, we've talked about how the X-Men project, rumored to be titled The Mutants, would give us a deeper understanding to how mutants work in the MCU. How would they be regarded in a world where the Avengers are both praised and kind of thought of as a threat to human society?
I know you too. You're great.
These mutants would also have been an integral part in Avengers Secret Wars and Avengers the Kang Dynasty. Now, there are rumored complications with the contracts of the actors who played these mutants in the Fox series. It's rumored that they're still contracted to play these characters until 2025. Now, Phase 6 is slated to happen during 2024 and 2025, but I mean, here's hoping that Kevin Feige and Disney can pull another switch up on us like they did for Spider-Man.
It was really interesting for me to have these two studio heads what do you think?
Yeah, it was like
I don't know,
a custody arrangement in a way.
And by the way, we do have a video coming out very soon about how phases 7, 8, and 9 will give us the Mutant Saga. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. It's epic and a lot of fun. Now, even if the original Fox X-Men characters aren't a certainty to return just yet, we were still confirmed that Deadpool 3 was going to be within the MCU. Deadpool 1 and 2 are now on Disney Plus too, despite it having an R rating. So with the mutants most certainly having a part to play in Avengers 5 and 6, Deadpool 3 should have had a confirmation of being part of Phase 6 as well. Now the drawback is, if they did announce Deadpool, then they're going to have to address how the casting will work for the Mutants project, so I guess time's gonna tell. Anyways, we think that the reason the X-Men wasn't announced was boring corporate contract stuff, but I fully expect Deadpool to appear sooner rather than later as a cameo in another project, especially during the Multiverse Saga. It is the perfect way to bring in a character who breaks the fourth wall like Deadpool into the MCU.
McAvoy or Stewart? These timelines are so confusing.
After all, Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool could be the only returning character from the Fox X-Men franchise, and they can make that work because he was part of the multiverse. Another Phase 6 movie announcement that I expected was World War Hulk. I mean, I don't get it. Kevin Feige promised me this personally.
He did?
No, I lied, but he might as well have. Look, we've already had the Planet Hulk comic storyline introduced in Thor Ragnarok by having Hulk in space fighting gladiatorial matches. I mean, we're in the primetime Hulk era right now. With the release of She-Hulk, the return of the Abomination, and the Leader, this would have been a cool time to show them continuing the Hulk storyline in Phase 6. I mean, we literally saw a spaceship track down Bruce Banner and ship him back to Sakaar in She-Hulk. I mean, what else could this possibly mean? Now, we understand that because of distribution rights, it would be going through a lot of hoops to make this movie because, as far as I know, Universal still has the right of first refusal to distribute any solo Hulk film. Now we hope that Universal and Marvel will have made a deal to make World War Hulk. If the Abomination's not going to be in this movie or in the Thunderbolts, then most probably Red Hulk would be the villain in the Thunderbolts and Hawk's son Scar would be the villain in World War Hulk. We're hoping to get more information once all the episodes of She-Hulk have been released. Now D23 would have been the perfect place to announce some new characters to the MCU, ones that comic fans have been itching to see. I was looking forward to a Wonder Man confirmation. See, Wonder Man's a lot of fun. He's an Avenger, but also a movie star. He would have given us a great perspective in the MCU. The MCU is already veering off in the direction of in-world influencers like Titania and fourth wall breaking like in She-Hulk and Deadpool. So having a movie star in the mix would be a great addition. This could be a hilarious rebuttal to what we've seen happen in The Boys.
Girls get it done.
And cut a rehearsal, no one move, no one move, no one move.
I was also excited to see a mention of Nova. In the comics, Nova is a high school kid named Richard Rider. After the destruction of the Nova Corps, that's an army of intergalactic peacekeepers, Richard Rider then becomes the sole surviving member of the Nova Corps. And as we know, Thanos already decimated Xandar to get the Power Stone, so the Nova Corps have been wiped out. Maybe Marvel's hoping for a surprise reveal in a typical MCU fashion. Now there is a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special coming this winter, so it is possible we'll see a Nova announcement snuck in there in a post-credits scene. Now there's also a lot of other projects that I was disappointed we didn't see confirmed, like Shang-Chi 2, the Okoye Disney Plus series, a Wanda Solo movie, and Moon Knight Season 2.
And a Howard the Duck trilogy.
Yes, a Howard the Duck trilogy, but most especially the Fantastic Four. After it was confirmed that the FF would be one of the few movies confirmed for Phase 6, I was extremely surprised to not see an official casting for the MCU Fantastic Four movie. I've been seeing everyone on Twitter, everyone's fan cast and predictions. We were all hoping for some confirmation of who would be playing my favorite Marvel superhero team. Now, this is especially frustrating because we've already seen Reed Richards and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I'm the smartest man alive. Reed Richards.
But with the rules of the multiverse still being a bit vague, and that Dr. Richards turned into a bunch of string cheese, we're wondering if all Reed Richards throughout the universe all look the same, and thus have John Krasinski back as Mr. Fantastic. But personally, I think they should recast Reed and have a whole new lineup and tell an entirely different story. So those were just some of the projects we wanted announced at D23. What were you hoping for? What trailers did you hope to see? Let me know in the comments below, or you can @ me on Twitter. And if it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe, smash that bell for alerts. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy.